Okay, welcome back to another news time, everyone. Your host, Nerd97 here. Today we're going to be discussing a few pieces of news here. I have about 6 pieces of news from yesterday, and now we're bringing it into today. So let's begin because it's a bunch of pretty. It's small. It doesn't look like it's that big of news or like that much news, but it's huge. So Quinn Byfield has signed an entry-level contract with the Los Angeles Kings worth 3 years, $925,000. It's a great signing. I think, with LA going through the rebuild, acquiring Quinn and Byfield certainly helps that out. And I think that, Byfield's really going to fit in Montreal. Byfield's really going to fit in Los Angeles. And, he brings that goal scoring and that penalties. Well, not the penalty. He brings that goal scoring and that teamwork that the team needs. 100%. He showed that with the Sudbury Wolves. He showed that with many teams that he's played with in the past. We know that this guy can put up the points, he can put up the numbers, and he's great in the locker room too. So I think that this guy will really help out the Los Angeles Kings. More news regarding the Philadelphia Flyers. This likely won't be the last piece of news because they may sign their other RFA forward, which is the only one they have left. Philip Myers to a deal, potentially. But Nolan Patrick has reportedly accepted his offer. He accepted an offer to a 1-year, $875,000 contract. We talked about Nolan Patrick many times before on the channel. And I think that if he can stay healthy for next season, I think that he will play. But if he doesn't stay healthy, I think Philadelphia lets go of him in 2021 free agency. If he can't stay with the team or he can't stay healthy or I don't expect him to put up like 40 points this season. I expect him to put up a maximum of 40 points this season. I don't expect him to be insanely good after just coming back because he has had that migraine disorder he hasn't played in an entire NHL game in over a year. So you got to really think about that. You can't just say like, oh, he's a bust or oh, he won't be able to do anything next time. But because you never know, you honestly never know, and there's been a huge argument. You guys can debate in the comments below. There's been a huge argument over whether Nolan Patrick is a bust or not. I don't think he's a bust yet. I think that yes, he did miss his 3rd season, which by my guidelines, to determine whether someone's a bust or not, I have to wait until they play 3 full seasons in the NHL. And technically, Nolan Patrick's played 2. So after this season, if he plays next season, which is looking like he will, I think that with Nolan Patrick next season, I think that it can happen. So. Again, if Nolan Patrick can stay healthy, he'll be on the team. If he can't stay healthy, then I think Philadelphia might give up on him. Here's another big thing. I talked about this in the Jack Hughes video towards the end. Joe Thornton has signed a 1-year contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs worth $700,000. Joe Thornton brings that veteran presence, and ironically, there was this one thing from this YouTube channel called Bar Down that I used to watch. I'm sure all of you know it. And they started this thing called Thumb League, for it's like NHL 19, and they do like NHL 19 skits or whatever, or NHL skits from NHL games and whatever. And Joe Thornton said that he would be going to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he's at the Toronto Maple Leafs. So yeah, I think Joe Thornton really brings that veteran presence to the Maple Leafs. I don't expect him to put up so many points, but he kind of is looking to just maybe find a nice place to end his career. And Toronto, I don't necessarily see Toronto. Toronto has the pieces to win the cup. I just don't see him necessarily using those pieces correctly to win the cup. You never know what's going to happen with Toronto. But, with Joe Thornton, I think that, he adds that veteran presence, a good third-line center. So, I think that'll help with the team. So I'm going to go back a few weeks ago where the Pittsburgh Penguins bought out Jack Johnson. They basically just got Jack Johnson back. So Cody Ceci has signed a 1-year contract with the Pittsburgh Penguins worth $1.25 million. And all I thought to myself, I was like, you basically just traded for Jack Johnson back. Honestly, Cody Ceci, not the best player, not the best defenseman you would want to get on the market this season. And, he had 7 points the entire NHL season. Don't ask me how I remember that statistic. But, he was not the best player in the world. And I think that he made a lot of bad moves with Toronto, especially in the playoffs. I've seen a lot of bad moves with him during the regular season. And I think that just I guess Pittsburgh's trying to improve their offense since Jack Johnson left. But is this much of an improvement? That's the question I'm kind of asking myself. We got some news here. Fleury is happy to be the backup, which is great. Everyone was saying, "Oh, Fleury reunited with the Penguins." I knew it wasn't gonna happen. I had it. I knew. I was even saying to Penguins fans who thought that was gonna happen, I was like, "It's not happening. It's not gonna happen." And from this, it's not gonna happen. So Fleury's happy to be the backup with Robin Leonard, which is great because again, I mentioned this with Pittsburgh. I mentioned this with Vancouver. I said that these two guys are going to be a great goaltending tandem. So I think that I think that Vegas, if they can work on if they can work on maybe some of their offense a little bit better and maybe some things that they have weaknesses with, I think that this team can be dangerous. And this team already is dangerous. So, maybe Marc-Andre Fleury's agent was angry because he posted that thing with the DeBauer, with a sword going through Fleury's thing. And then, and everyone was saying, "Oh, did Fleury tell his agent to say that?" No. Fleury's clearly happy to be in Vegas. He clearly doesn't want to leave Vegas. And whoever doesn't like that, then, well, that sucks. The final piece of news I have here is the Bruins are reportedly close to a deal with Matt Greslick. Now, Greslick is a great forward, and I think that he's a great third, fourth line forward, and he did file for salary arbitration, and salary arbitration is next month, so we're really gonna see what occurs with him. And I think that I heard from Pierre LeBrun that he did re-sign, but I haven't heard anything else after that. When this video does come up, and if Greslick signs a contract, I'll make a separate video on the Greslick signing. So yeah, get ready for that. So yeah, that's it for the news time. I just thought I'd throw in a few pieces of news from yesterday and today. There were a few minor signings. If I can cover those, maybe I will. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy, do make sure to like and the subscribe button. We are trying to get to 600 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank God for the constant support. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So yeah.